Well, we are going to get started today with some news that is coming up that I got to tell you, it's an issue a lot of us have been talking about.
It is, and we've been talking about it for the last couple of months, particularly as it pertains to local schools. We begin today at 5 with a continuing issue, and we've really seen this throughout the school year. It's returning to work. Since we started returning to work, rather, and that's a worker shortage. We've been talking about this here locally in Akron since September. And the problem really boiled over today. They've been dealing with the lack of teachers, subs, and bus drivers. And now this morning, thousands of students in Akron were impacted because of that lack of bus drivers. It caused them to get a late start to the day. Isabel Lawrence now has more on why the district is facing this problem and what could happen tomorrow morning.
But when you start doubling up and maybe tripling up on the routes, somebody's going to be late.
That's the situation Akron Public Schools are currently facing as a bus driver shortage forces the district to get creative. But the lack of drivers is not a new problem.
We've been operating since the start of the school year at a deficit. We've been down about a dozen or 1 to 2 dozen from time to time bus drivers.
So the district adapted, consolidating about 100 routes down to 70. But they were forced to combine even more routes Monday morning when drivers calling in sick over the weekend put the district in a tough spot.
When we started the day today, we were down about a dozen. That's on top of the normal deficit of about 12 to 15 to 20 drivers.
The additional absences forced drivers to cover more routes, resulting in pickup delays of 20 to even 45 minutes. And time off during the holidays, plus cases of COVID-19, don't make the challenge simple to solve.
We were down about a dozen drivers this morning. Now, that could mean that like somebody who called off Friday, because if they have COVID, they're off for 10 days. And we have five drivers have COVID. So that's 50 work days right there.
Now it's a waiting game to see what the rest of the school week brings.
By tomorrow, if we have too many more overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning, we may have to cancel some routes, and that's not something we want to do.
Yeah, so the district told me as well, another part of this challenge is that drivers often aren't calling off until just hours before their shift begins, so that makes it more difficult to plan ahead for the day. Now, they are just waiting to see if they get any more of those sick day calls tomorrow morning. If they do, if anything changes, they will be in contact with families, but they are just asking for patience right now. Jay?
Patience is definitely going to be key. Isabel, is the school district bringing more bus drivers in to help ease the problem, just hiring more full-time drivers?
Yeah, Jay, well, they are certainly trying to, but there are a couple different challenges in that process as well. So if you go to the Akron Public Schools website, their homepage, there is a section where you can click on jobs, see all of the postings available, so they are there, but it's not quite as easy as just hiring up a lot of people all at once. The district told me that hiring bus drivers is a lengthy process, and it can take weeks even before they find someone that they like, to the end product of them being able to drive with children because of training and the licensing that they have to go through. And then on top of that, this district is not the only one in Northeast Ohio dealing with the driver shortage. So it's super competitive right now to find those drivers, get them in the door. The drivers right now really have the pick of where they want to go.
Yeah, a lot goes into this for sure. Now, Betsy wants me to ask you, it looks as if you're outdoor. I see a bus behind you in concrete, but there's no coat and it doesn't look like you're cold. Are you in a bus garage right now? Betsy's very curious.
Aw, I appreciate the caring, guys. Yes, we are inside the bus garage. They've kindly let us inside. If you could actually hear a bus just pulled up right next to me during the live shot. So they are all kind of settling in here for the night, nice and toasty indoors.
All right, very well. We're glad about that. Thank you very much, Isabel. We appreciate it.